All right, so we just spent a week in Atlanta. Most of the time, Jessica worked. Most of the time, I took naps and hung out with people and just had a really good time on her dime. And we also did some singing here in Atlanta.
Everywhere.
Andrew!
And now we're leaving to head to Tennessee, where we will be spending the holidays. Also known as Christmas time, just throwing that out there. War on Christmas.
Fight it!
Hopefully the van makes it because it's been acting like a little bitch for a long time. But you know, I'm just gonna be nice to it because that's all it takes.
Hello.
One of our favorite things about Appalachia are all the Army Navy stores.
Does it look open to you?
Yeah. Maybe the door's over there? That's definitely covered. Oh, I don't see a door. Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, that Army Navy store was closed, but thankfully we're in militia country, so those things are everywhere up here.
We camped that night near Lake Watauga in East Tennessee, and the next morning we did a little driving around some forest roads in Cherokee National Forest.
Camping operations on Lake Watauga are almost finished. We're getting ready to head over to Johnson City and see family for the holidays. But first, I think we're going to try to drive up a trail and see what's at the end of it.
What's going on with the clutch? Acting so stupid.
Gate closing scheduled for December 19th. What's today?
Today is the
December
18th.
Right. We just
Made
made
it
it.
just in time. Fun.
I am. I love this stuff. Look at that fog there. It's gorgeous.
They're very ancient species.
Oh no!
Blast.
Damn it!
Story of my life. Just kidding, it's not a story. Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit older.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit colder.
Turn around.
Every now and then I wanna sit a minute when I fall apart.
And I need you now tonight.
And I need you more than ever.
And if you'd only hold me tight,
We'd be holding on forever.
together we can make it to the end of the night.
Something, something, something that rhymes with night. A total eclipse of the heart.
Oh man, I don't know the words to that song. I maybe didn't plan that so well considering I just got splashed.
Spitting me out of second gear. It was spitting me out of second gear right there. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, let's see. Second gear. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, I'm in second gear right now.
But it tried to spit it out.
Yeah.
Maybe it is something either with the shift linkage or with the clutch.
Come on, sweet girl.
We left the National Forest and headed to see family in Johnson City, Tennessee, where we would spend the next 3 months working on projects, taking care of medical needs, and working with a shop in Knoxville on the issues we were having with Ripley.
The van has been in the shop for about 2.5 months. And currently we're headed to MF Auto in Knoxville, Tennessee, because the new file for the tune in our van is there and it's ready to be put on the van. This is actually what we've been waiting for the last 2 to 3 months, is to dial our van in and dial the engine in, because it hasn't really been running right. We've had a lot of issues with a lot of really rough idling. The gas mileage has been around 19 miles to the gallon when we should be getting around 24 or 27, somewhere in there. And she's just been really underpowered and really crappy to drive. And the guys at MF Auto have been working through all of these issues, going through the harness, going through the ECU, trying different tunes to see if we could get it all fixed up.
From the month of December until mid-March, Ripley spent most of her time at MF Auto, where we were trying to figure out why we kept blowing CV joints, why the engine was running so poorly, and what was wrong with shifting in the second gear. Nearly every issue that we'd been having was solved or diagnosed by the guys at MF Auto, and we couldn't have been more thankful. And although in the end we didn't get the tune for the engine we were hoping for, lots of other things got squared away in our time there. Satisfied with where Ripley was at mechanically, we decided the time had come to head west again, and it is to that we now turn.
First day of driving has gone pretty well. We are taking only back roads going from Knoxville all the way to Colorado Springs, Colorado. Apparently there's a way that you can do this off-road as well, but we don't have 2 weeks to crawl around mud and through fields and shit like that, so we're just taking back roads. And it's taking us through some really pretty stuff here in Kentucky and Tennessee. I'll check in with you guys again at some point when I feel like pointing the camera at my face again. See you later!
We drove a little further that night and ended up at Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area in Kentucky, where we drove on some dirt roads through a pitch black and rainy forest, reminiscent of something out of the Blair Witch Project.
Shit is super creepy.
This particular stand of trees here is particularly creepy too.
That night we camped on a little jut right at the water's edge and woke up the next morning to a beautiful view and some really slick mud.
Cut driver. All right, back up and turn the lockers on.
If I can hit it at the right angle, I think that I can just skirt over it and come back up. Problem is, I can't be coming this way. I need to be coming this way.
Yes!
All right, we're here at Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky, and we have found ourselves in a sticky situation. There is a ton of mud here. It's been raining all night, and we have a steep incline to go, and now we have this section right here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Try to help you out. That section. This here is high side. That's the low side. And that means we'd be off camber to our heavy side of our van. We're trying to figure out what the best route is to do, because once we finish this, we still got a steep incline and more off camber stuff to do as we exit this obstacle. So we're just trying to figure it out. We've aired down our tires. It's extremely muddy, extremely slick. There's another route here that looks like a bypass that goes through here and then up there. The problem with that is we would be severely, severely off camber right there. Like severely off camber, and I don't like that. This is one of those situations where a winch would come in handy.
I'm thinking that the left side is worth a try.
The left side?
Yeah.
Right there in that mushy stuff?
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, any other way, we're gonna be super far off camber and we're just gonna slide right into that, into those logs there. Unless we back up all the way and then we come out this other entrance.
Which, I'm not sure how bad it is. It looks like it's super slick and muddy.
That there?
But it's all like smooth.
Right, but my concern is once we get there, we have to do a turn to the right. And that right turn will put us far off camber as well, unless we go straight ahead and then cut it right, cut it passenger. But you also need momentum.
Ahead, then we'd have to back up in order to get
yeah,
the vehicle.
yeah.
But
then
that over there would not be smart to do, I don't think. I mean, it goes right to the road, but it just looks like a slick mess.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Man, she owned that obstacle. Dude, you're so awesome. I can't even deal with it. Dude, you are unbelievable. Good job, man. Oh my God, dude. That was insane, dude. The synchro was all like, woo!
Keep pointing it, the gas. What was that you said?
Yo, I thought that through that obstacle, I was like, we should rename our van Ellen Tipley. But then when Jessica came up it, and she like gets super off camera, actually she got off camera to the driver's side, and then with the momentum, she corrected to the passenger side and straightened her out, and then hit the obstacle pretty much sideways going up this way. Dude, I was like, wow! Ugh.
It really sucks we didn't get much footage of Jessica's amazing driving, but that's just how it goes sometimes when we're filming and trying to keep our home firmly planted on all four wheels. With all the excitement behind us, we set about making Ripley ready to drive further west. But first, we needed to clean our shoes.
Those aren't too bad.
You want me to get a towel and wipe those off? This is how you clean mud off of flip-flops. Boom! Clean as a whistle. At a gas station in Missouri. Let's just say they're kindred spirits when it comes to things that grow from the earth. And now they're taking us to a place called Big Springs in Van Buren, Missouri. They said it's a really beautiful spot and we should go check it out. So we're gonna go check it out. All right, well, we made it to Big Spring in Van Buren, Missouri. These really nice folks, they brought us here. They met us at the gas station. They really liked the van. They're like, yo, you should go check out Big Spring. It's only like 5 minutes away from the gas station. And we have a policy where we almost never say no to stuff like this, because you never know what's going to happen. It could be cool. It could suck. But more often than not, it's very cool. There's a spring right behind me right there. On an average day, over 288 million gallons of water come through that spring and down the river.
Like the whole rock face is just kind of weeping water.
After Linus demanded that we leave because he was cold, we set off down the road towards Kansas, the next state on our journey where other unexpected adventures awaited us.
So fun trick, if you tell your Google Maps to keep you off of highways or avoid highways, it takes you on fun roads like this. Alright, yeah, this should be a good spot.
Fuck me, man. I don't know what just happened. Did we... Go,
Maybe could we have simply blown a hose off?
That's possible.
Okay, so
That's
we're
possible.
driving in Kansas.
We're driving through Kansas, and I was just driving normal, about 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, 2,500 RPM, in fourth gear, and then all of a sudden it just went down. Like I just lost all power. The van is still on, but I felt a distinct difference. Like I'm just going, and then it just loses power. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Like it was dropping off and then it would pick up and then drop off and pick up.
Fuck me, man.
All right, well, let's get our rain gear on because it's raining right now outside. And just go take a look. And hopefully it was one of the hoses blowing off.
Would we throw a code for a I don't know if I lost boost or not.
Likely it would go into boost. It would go into limp mode if we lost that.
Okay.
But boost isn't showing at all, right? When you're pressing the gas. There it is. It's
Yeah.
really slow.
Yeah.
Let's see that. Okay.
I think we're in limp mode.
Yeah.
Why
Alright.
would we be in limp mode?
Well, let's suit up,
Yeah. All right.
get our rain gear on, and go check it out and see if, because those hoses to me were very separated, like more than they used to be.
Okay.
When we, before we got started.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
We got our rain gear on and headed outside to assess the problem. After about an hour of laying in the mud in the freezing rain, we opted to call a tow truck and to try to solve this issue the next morning, when we would have some daylight and hopefully less rain. We'll pick up here next time. Until then, live free and drive hard.